Ladies and gentlemen, 7 out of 10 himself, Jenazad. Love this guy. He is covering the Chaos Zero Nightmare drama for us because I was touching grass today. I woke up to a million messages saying something big is happening with CZN. I'll move my camera just so we're not covering him. But yeah, let's get into this. I heard it was a nothing burger. I genuinely heard that people are upset about men being in the game because they are gooners and have never interacted with a real woman. But I don't know if it's that simple. So let's see.
Well, guys, something.
Hold on a second. I just swapped to Google Chrome. Okay, let's get it.
Well, guys, something absolutely insane just happened for the game Chaos Zero Nightmare, and I honestly can't believe this is happening.
Oh, great heavens.
So first of all, they are going to completely rework the entire story and rewrite the whole thing.
I heard
week after
I heard that the story was very mid. So I don't necessarily know if this is a bad thing. What up, May? I don't necessarily know if this is a bad thing per se. Obviously, they're probably rewriting it due to it not only just being mid, but obviously because it includes men. Men. But I'm not too mad about that. But I want to see what they're saying.
The game's release approximately, they decided to sell you this.
Okay.
Let's go into a bit of the background of things that have been happening with Chaos Zero Nightmare. So,
he looks like a disappointed
as an American English speaker, have been really enjoying the game and having a lot of fun. However, over in Korea, it has been a giant dumpster fire, and there's many reasons behind this.
I'm curious why, because everyone I've spoken to, including Chad, has said this is the greatest gacha game ever created. Genuinely. And you know what? I wouldn't doubt it. I think the characters look great. The cards look great. The ultimate animations look great. Everything genuinely looks amazing. It's just a time sink I don't have at the moment. So I don't know what the problem is in Korea. And if it's really just men being in the game, I will be mad that they're making changes. And I'll tell you why in a moment.
Some of them true, some of them false.
Okay.
So let's start with some of the initial things. So when the game immediately launched, there were a lot of people on message boards upset over a multitude of things. Some of them being such as AI use with certain stuff. This was an accusation. People were saying that they were getting NTR'd in the story. This is probably one of the main issues. People were upset.
Sorry, guys. I'm a purebred human being. I'm just going to Google what NTR means. What does NTR mean? NTR. What does NTR stand for? Cheating? Oh, it's a cuck. They're a cuckold. Oh, okay. Okay, got it. I didn't know what that means. I didn't know what that meant. I swear to God. I didn't know what that meant. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna just keep it a stack. Yeah, it's an iDubbbz. Okay, it's an Ian.
Set with the translations, the art.
Yep.
There were server issues at the very beginning, which happens in a lot of games, but that's not excusable.
Okay.
Also, I believe starting day 1 or day 2, there were people getting their accounts randomly deleted, but then they were returned very soon after, so at least they addressed that. But those were some issues.
Yeah,
obviously, those are problems,
that's bad.
But they were able to fix some of them. The translations were completely abysmal for some of the cards, where you'll see a word used like defeat in one text, and then another it'll say ravage, and it'll say breakthrough, but they all kind of mean the same thing.
Yeah.
So very poor in that way.
It's a sneako.
So this live stream happened with the director of the game, and so he wanted to address every single problem that people have and what they're going to do about it.
W for them to addressing the actual bad issues about the launch off rip. I think that's awesome. W communication, but I'm curious to see what's actually happening now.
The number one biggest thing that has been going all over Korea, even like drama channels in Korea are talking about it that don't even play the game or play any games really. It's become such a huge thing.
Let's hear it.
Is the story.
Let's hear it. Let's see why.
It's kind of sold to you as a self-insert character, you interacting with the characters.
Okay.
However,
I hate self-insert.
The story didn't live up to that.
Okay.
Instead, it's essentially you're more of a camera and you're kind of there and you interact with characters, but you don't do it that much. Instead, other characters seem to do that a lot more. So, right here, if
I can't pretend to be Owen. Oh my god, I hate my life.
We look at Chaos Zero Nightmare. This is Owen.
Okay,
this is
Owen.
Apparently the Cuck King, the NTR god right
bro.
here.
There's no
because
way.
Apparently this guy is the one that is cucking you and stealing all your girls, because you're the self-insert main character, but he's the one interacting with all the women and getting all the pussy.
They're losers. Oh my god, they're a bunch of losers. You need to go to a strip club. If you're over the age of 21, you need to speak with a real woman, get some bitches on your dick, have sex. Your gotcha game was supposed to be self-insert, and then if Owen is stealing your women, I'm sorry, it ain't that deep. This kind of weirds me out, where it's like, so are you just playing it? Are you just playing the game to goon? Because, like, if you look up CZN gameplay, I'm not gonna lie to you, you're fighting some diabolical looking monsters. You know what I mean? Like, CZN gameplay, like they're actually disgusting. Some of these like, imagine jerking your dick off to some girl and then you see this motherfucker here. Like oh, I guess it fits in because, like, the mouth is like opening or some shit, but like really? Like, this is what you're upset about? Okay, like, they're quite literally only playing the game to goon. This is why this is a problem. I think them bending the knee to this is kind of annoying because it's like, I mean, look, if the story rewrite is good, that's obviously good for the game. But if the story rewrite's just there to be fan service, to, like, make it seem like, you know, you're God and that you get all the pussy in the world, it's a fucking catastrophic failure. That's just so stupid. It's actually dumb. I think this is pathetic.
Basically, you're just a cuck sitting in the chair while he's getting all of them.
That's what they are in real life.
15-year-old looking guy. This is who your god is. He's the GOAT, basically. I'm gonna be real. I think this is completely ridiculous that people feel threatened by this guy, but hey, that's essentially what was going on.
That's sad.
So people were calling it like an NTR game, and they're really pissed about the story. People are really mad. You gotta think about it this way. The waifu lovers, they're the ones who are probably spending the most money. And apparently, they're getting absolutely owned by the god Owen. So this was an enormous problem from day one, and this has been all over message boards everywhere. People have been losing their minds over Owen. Sounds like...
I mean this sincerely. This is why I don't take gacha community serious. This is it. This is the reason. This is literally the reason why. It's a bunch of losers. I don't know what other way to put it. I get it. They have to make money. I'm just nervous now that what happens if, let's say, for example, the whales are demanding stuff, and now they have to bend the knee for every little instance that they're not happy with. It doesn't really give me a it doesn't leave a good taste in my mouth, right? But the players don't have any taste in their mouth. Owen only does, unfortunately. So I guess why they're mad. They've never tasted. Oh, let me stop. Let me fucking stop, bro. The whales already quit. Even if they change the story, they won't return. I just like, you know what I mean? Like, this is just crazy. Like, this is just so insane. Like, this is the dumbest shit ever.
Video title.
I'm sorry. It's pathetic.
So the director came on screen and said, all right, guys, we are going to be rewriting the entire story. And he also explained that apparently the story was initially supposed to be kind of different. First of all, it was supposed to be more of a endless loop, sort of like, I mean, maybe something like ReZero, where you're looping trying to get the good ending in a way.
Like
that's the initial premise of the story, and they changed it. Also, the initial story writer left. Okay. Whether it was due to maybe possibly some politics or some other reasons.
Yeah, I agree, Haruno.
But essentially, the initial story writer left, and they had to rewrite many parts of it, and essentially the story became a bastardized self. And because of that, these internal politics, it kind of just killed the whole story, and then they had to rework it, finish it in time for release, because they didn't have that much time. And so, because of this, essentially, the story got ruined for many, many players. And I'm not much of a story reader. I don't really care about it. I think the gameplay is amazing.
The gameplay is good.
I've seen very little criticism of the gameplay, but more everything surrounding it.
Which is a good thing.
And so the story got ruined, and now people think that Owen is the NTR god and that it sucks. So, huge issue, and that's what he addressed.
I mean, it's
they
not
said
an
that they're going to be rewriting the story, and it should be completely finished by early next year, I believe they said. I don't know if they're going to start doing little pieces at a time and releasing them, or if they're just going to wait for all of it to be done at once. But one really big concern about this for me is, I mean, I don't really care about the entire story thing. It feels like a lot of development time is going to be used on that.
They could be using those resources for literally anything else. They should have told the players, I'm going to be honest, they should have said, you know what, listen, the story's already done. Once you get past this part, you can experience you having sex with a character or whatever. Maybe they could have implemented a skip button, right? An actual skip button for the story, because the game doesn't have a skip button. Maybe they could have implemented an actual story skip, right? There's so many different things they could have done. Yo, what up, Marlo? What up, Blank? What up, baby? This will slow down the future content, all because a couple dudes who've never had sex before are mad. It's fucking pathetic. It's literally pathetic. It really is. This is a sad situation that shouldn't have even happened.
That kind of sucks.
I kind of don't even want to finish the video, but we're gonna watch it now. But you know,
I hope they just are able to like hire extra people to work on that while they work on everything
else. ChatGPT right, bro.
It sounds like a lot of time and money spent on something that I personally don't care about. But
there's a good clip. Hold on, let me pull this. So I actually found a storyline they can base CZN off of, boys. I present to you, this isn't a beach, it's a bathtub.
I see you don't have a lifeguard here at your beach.
I'm not at the beach.
I'm not at the beach. This is a bathtub. All they have to do is just watch a Lisa Ann video, and on God, they have a storyline down. You know, shout out to the GOAT. Shout out to the GOAT, Lisa. Love you, baby. They could just do that. They could use their resources for that, because, like, what are we doing? This isn't a beach. It's a bathtub. Like, okay.
Obviously, is a really big issue in Korea.
What the fuck?
And theoretically, Korea would be one of the main audiences.
Like,
what's really funny about this entire controversy as well is their previous game, Epic 7, also was mired in controversy at launch. In fact, it was so hated by people that they had to have the like CEO or the top people basically all show up, bow and apologize, and say how they're changing the game. So as far as I'm concerned, this is basically just par for the course. This is going to happen with every single game they release.
That's unfortunate.
Which is unfortunate, because I think they make good games. They just seem to have a lot of problems around launch. So the next thing that he addressed as well, no AI is being used. There's been many accusations of it. People have said, well, why does this character art look like this, but then this other picture of them looks like this? They have different artists working on these different parts. And so I think that it's very plausible that they just have differences in there. Also, in initial Epic 7, there were many art issues like that are very similar, and that was 7 years ago, way before AI was being used for everything. So I kind of believe that. They also, I believe, admitted like a while back that they only at all used AI whatsoever for an initial design concept, basically to visualize certain things of like, okay, well, what if we make the character like this? Like maybe change his outfit slightly.
I think it's cool they're addressing the AI allegations. I will just say a lot of companies get too comfortable using AI and then never speak about it. So W on them for at least
like, how does that look, just to visualize it? But then they would have an artist essentially create the character themselves. So it was more just as like a conceptualization of characters.
Don't copy the AI
thing, and that's what he said. He said absolutely no AI is being used for this, which, I mean, you can believe it or not believe it. It's up to you. But I think it's very plausible. I think he would have just apologized and said, yeah, we used it and we are sorry and we're going to change it.
No, you got to go the Hassan route. I didn't shock my dog. The dog shocked me.
Also said that really wants to fix the translation issues. There are many, many problems with it. I mean, everyone who plays the game knows there's a million translation issues, and we all bear with it. The thing is, like, the funny part about Chaos Zero Nightmare is it has so many problems. And yet so many people are playing it and grinding the game nonstop because it's just so damn fun.
That is a great sign, and I hope this game continues to flourish. I just am very disappointed about the story stuff, you know?
So it's kind of funny that you essentially have a diamond surrounded in crap, where there's so many problems.
You gotta dig through the shit.
But the game itself is so good that you just don't even care. You're just like, you know, I don't even know what half these cards do, but whatever. It's so fun. Yeah. Whatever. The pull system's kind of a pain. Whatever. But speaking of which, he addressed the pull system, saying that it was supposed to be...
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, they have a 50-50. The character goes off to a standard banner, but the weapon banner is guaranteed. Is that accurate, or is the weapon banner a 75-25 as well? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, that was kind of one of the things that turned me off. I didn't want to play the game because I saw it had 50-50. I'm just gonna be real with you. Guarantee. Okay, so weapon banner is guaranteed, but character banner is not guaranteed. Goes to standard afterwards. Got it. You can also buy weapons banner from shop. Okay.
30% more generous by their calculations than other 50-50 systems, supposedly.
How is it? Is the pity lower? Or is it because their rewards distribution is higher? How is it 30% more generous than Genshin? Do we have like numbers on this? Did they confirm this? Did they specify? Yeah, pity lower. Higher base rate, pity lower. Okay, lower pity. What is it, 70? 1% chance. Soft pity starts at 54. Okay. See, the thing is, like, 54 is not bad for soft pity. Okay. 71% rate. Okay, that's valid. That's valid as hell.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, of course.
And I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't really done the math, but a big thing in Korea was they do not like the 50-50 system. And if you don't know what the 50-50 system is, it's what games like Genshin and Wuthering Waves use, where...
Are the incels gonna take the 50-50 away? Oh my God, I apologize. I did not mean to disturb you. I did not mean to offend you. On God, I didn't mean to do that. I know you got no emotion in the ocean. You never tasted a woman in your life, but I promise you, if you get the 50-50 removed, I will be a woman. Let me stop.
You hit a pity or you get a 5-star character and there's a 50% chance it's the character you want, or a 50% chance it's a random character from the standard pool. And so because Chaos Zero Nightmare has that system, which I would say it's a system that is kind of falling off, people are starting to become more and more tired of it as
Very
they
much so.
realize that there's way better pity systems out there.
True.
It was a big controversy that people were upset about.
I agree.
But since the game was so close to launch by the time it had shown off and everyone gave their feedback on it, they probably didn't have enough time to change it, but it's kind of a huge issue.
It is a huge issue. I agree 100%. They said,
we're going to be giving out more free pulls every single week. Will that fix the problem? I'm not sure, because people just don't like the system in general, but still, that does matter. Another thing they said is they're going to be somehow reworking the affection system in some way.
It's like a Band-Aid fix. 10 free pull weeks, 10 pulls free weekly. Shut up, May. 50 pulls in total given of 5 weeks. But that's a Band-Aid fix though. That's getting you to soft pity on a character. But what if you lose your 50-50? You know? Like what if you lose your 50-50? Like I think that I don't know. It's very unrealistic, I think, for them to remove the 50-50 once the game is launched, because this is clearly going to be one of the main ways they monetize the game. So I don't know if that is realistic, but it is just a Band-Aid fix. I'll take 50 pulls over cucking drama. I mean, I'll take 50 pulls because like these guys are stupid as well, but still at the end of the day, it's like that doesn't really address the issue, right? They seem to really be addressing a lot of issues, but at the same time, this one is not really addressing the core problem at hand.
By the next patch, I believe.
Oh yeah.
The current affection system basically just doesn't really make any sense because it feels impossible to level it. Comically,
what up, Carl?
I
What
saw
up, baby?
someone in my chat
What up, Carl? Hope you're having a great day. Let's get back into the drama.
If they rework it, what if someone already has affection at max? It does not matter if you are Bill Gates, you would still not have that thing maxed out by now. Not even Jeff Bezos would be able to max out a single character's affection by now. It's so insane.
Okay.
So I think everyone's
Drama
down
Farmer,
for a bit of a
100%.
change or rework on that,
100%.
because it's absolutely crazy how slow it is. They've been giving out a bunch of free affection things.
What does this mean for the people playing CZN? Does anyone know what this system means, or like, is this something I could confidently skip over a little bit? He's getting into the technical stuff that I just don't necessarily understand. Also, what up, Kaz? What up, baby? What's good, brother? Read what I wrote.
Mailbox to offset this, which has been great, but obviously it needs some reworks. Now, let me talk about another thing, and this is a very big thing in Korea, and this is sort of the root cause of a lot of the problems with the story as well.
Okay.
And I'm no expert on this, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But basically, there's a bit of a gender war going on in Korea. And I'm just some random American guy, but I hear lots of bits and pieces of it, especially seeing stuff on the internet. And this is
like a real gender war
in many Korean
What up, Stom? What up, baby?
games, actually. It's not just this one. It's a very big thing on the internet right now, and essentially there's kind of radical groups on both sides, whether it's radical feminists or radical, I mean, for lack of a better word, I guess, incels in a way. I'm not really sure the word to use there. But basically, this is a big part of why the story is such a big deal to players, is they feel like it's almost trash talking them or talking down to them in a way. There's this whole thing with like a pinch symbol of someone going like this, and it basically means, I don't know, like small dick or something like that. That's like a symbol that gets used online by feminists and stuff. And so the director actually had to come out and say, we have nothing to do with feminist groups or anything. We were just trying to make games. Pretty much had to come out and say,
Yo, what the fuck? Small penis? Bro, what the fuck is this game? I'm good, bro. I ain't playing this game. I'm fucking good. I'm okay. It is what it is. If you get offended by this, that means you have a small penis. That's what it means. I would not be offended. The only way I'd be offended is if I had a small dick. There's no way you're seeing a game story. I haven't even played CZN. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'll eat my words if I'm wrong. There is no way in fucking hell this game is being sexist towards any fucking gender. Like, I just don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it. I know it's a completely different culture difference, but fuck me, what is happening right now, son? There's not? Of course there isn't. As long as Plushie's not throwing, it's all good. Yo, chill with the plushies, bro. Chill with the plushies, all right? I'm going to see my girlfriend for 1 year. The first thing I'm doing is throwing a plushie at that beat. Because of the male NPC being too present and having too much screen time. I don't know, man. This is just kind of like, this is actually kind of sad.
There's been other games, for instance, such as Limbus Company, where artists actually got fired in relation to this, or characters weren't made sexy enough in bikinis, and so people got fired over it in some of this. There was even a thing that happened maybe less than a year ago, where like there were at least 10 different Korean companies, and some of the big ones, like Nexon, for instance.
What up, Armin? What up, baby?
Had people pissed at them, and artists fired at all these different companies in relation to people would dig up artists' backgrounds and stuff like that to see if they're part of these groups. It's such a huge thing going on in Korea. I don't understand the full context of it, and I don't want to say that I fully know what's going on, but me as an outsider, it feels completely ridiculous, and I genuinely cannot comprehend it. As someone who is basically the loneliest ass dude ever, I don't know how these people have somehow one-upped me by then getting cut by Owen and making a big deal of it. I don't really get it.
Bro,
like,
that's crazy.
I don't really understand this entire thing.
That's crazy.
But maybe there's some context that is crazy that I just don't really understand.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think there's any context for, hey, you need to rewrite. Bro, again, I'm going to make this point again. How are you beating your dick to this game? Bro, look at the enemies in the background. How is someone in good faith touching themselves to this? Look at what you're fighting, bro. Like, if anything, you should be happy. You should be happy that Owen came in and intercepted your shit, bro. That Cheng Lang weak. Bro, what is this? This shit look like a darkness from Kingdom Hearts. Like, what are we doing? Gameplay's so good, you just focus on combat? Like, holy Christ. Go see Rin. Bro, I am not beating my schmeat. I don't care how bad Rin looks. Bro, there is legitimately human centipedes looking ass motherfuckers in the background. Like, what are we doing? Some people are freak. We gotta send them to the Amish, man. We gotta send these motherfuckers to the Amish. They gotta start making up that goat cheese and shit. We gotta take away that internet access, because what the fuck, son? Like, what is happening?
I mean, I know that there's some crazy groups that are basically saying kill all men and stuff like that in Korea as well. I don't know how big of a thing that is, but
how dare they?
Yeah, there's a lot of political stuff going on, and it's very big online there. I don't speak Korean, and I don't know all the stuff going on, but that's my take on it. And from what I understand, And so essentially that's why the director had to come up on stage here today for his first live stream performance.
That's wild.
And the chat was absolutely brutal. The most killer chat I have ever seen. Because if you think toxicity in games is bad, like League of Legends or something in the West, you get banned for saying like GG noob. Bro, the Korean chat was tearing him apart. It was the most toxic ass chat ever. They basically just wanted to see him strung up right then and there.
That's wild. That's crazy.
They have zero sympathy or empathy for the man on stage. They are just like, quit. We want you fired. Get out of
I learned empathy from iDubbbz. Thank you, boys. I learned empathy
here.
from
You're
iDubbbz.
worthless. That's basically the sentiment that you saw.
Yeah.
It was worse than Lakari or E-Rob chat. It was brutal.
Yo,
will the game be able to bounce back?
Bro,
I don't.
Guys. I went into Lakari's chat. I think he was playing League. I told Lakari, I believe in you. His mod timed me out for 2 minutes. That's fucking insane, bro. I was trying to be positive to mans. They time my ass out. I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll leave. Maybe I'm out. No support,
I think
bro.
the game is genuinely incredibly good. It's incredibly fun. It has so much potential. It's by far one of the most fun games I've ever played. And so it's such a shame to see it mired in so much controversy, especially when it's so much controversy that I don't even really personally care about or have any stake in.
I think it'll be okay, though.
I mean, I'd love to see this game only improved in every way possible, and that includes story, but I'm not really sure that this is the way that it should have gone. Will they try to focus on the Korean audience and pleasing them? Maybe. Epic 7 actually was able to win back a lot of the Korean audience for a long time. Or are they just going to try and win over a more Western audience? I don't know, because the game doesn't seem to be doing incredible in Japan, as far as I know. And obviously Korea's pissed, and people are saying just refund now. I believe the game has a 2.2 on Google Play right now with many one-star reviews. Just getting absolutely review bombed. You know what's funny, though, is somehow, even after all this game has apparently made more money than Stella Sora. So that is a little bit comical. At least we got that going for us. Anyways, that's pretty much the gist of everything that happened with this live stream, and it's really a shame to see because this game has a lot of problems. And I've played a bunch of different games that have a lot of problems. But what matters more to me is the core of the product, because even if a game has many issues surrounding it, most of those can usually be fixed, like server issues, or art issues, or translation issues.
I think the game's going to be fine. I think it's going to live on. I think the Korean... I am nervous that they're going to just bend the knee to weird, fucking, dumb, sexist shit. Like, there's not enough men, there's not enough women over and over again. That is honestly a little bit of a concern, but I'm sure the game is going to be fine, right?
You can fix those things. Hell, even story issues.
For sure.
But it's hard to get a game where the core part, the meat of it, is incredibly good, especially a gacha. And so it would really be such a shame to see a game like this die after... it has the perfect core. It just has so many bad things surrounding it. If it's just given some time, I really think it could flourish. So I really hope it gets that opportunity. I do think back to the fact that Epic 7 had so many problems, and some people wouldn't even believe how predatory and bad that game was at launch. It was unbelievable. We're talking banners with 2 characters on it, like no pity. Like, it was unreal how bad it was at launch, and they had to do this huge apology and give out all this free stuff, completely change the systems, etc. So if that can recover and be a game that's now been going on for 7 years with a bunch of...
Bro, they made him a woman. They made him a lesbian. Bro, he's gonna be a lesbian and still steal your bitch, man. You ain't safe.
World Championship tournaments and all sorts of stuff, then, well,
you are not
hopefully
safe.
This game can too. Anyways, thanks a bunch for watching.
Good video from Jenazad. Everyone should go follow Jenazad. Great video. Stupid drama. Very sad. And they're a bunch of idiots. See you guys next